Chivalry 2 content update number 2 is coming very soon, and the Torn Banner team finally took some community feedback and released a public test server for all of us to try and provide our feedback. Major shoutouts to them for taking some steps that hopefully will account for this update releasing in a playable state. I'm Strider the Champ, and I had the chance to play a little over an hour of the new update, and will be providing both my Angels and the Torn Banner team with my impressions. Let's hope this video lands on the desk of the developers. Let me first start by saying my testing and feeling may have been impacted by the terrible state of the testing servers. Lag, desync, and poor hit detection was at an all-time high, and may have influenced some of my opinions on the new weapon, the rapier. I was actually talking to some people in game, and we all had the same general feeling that the test server almost felt like a different game. Something about the timing of blocks and counters and the distance weapons were hitting just felt off. I'm hoping and praying that this is something only to do with the test server, because if this type of server quality releases to live, I will have to stop playing the game. It was that bad. So fingers crossed they're just testing on a budget server. So let's start with the rapier. It seemed relatively fun to use, and I predicted it would be a more oppressive version of the regular sword, but I'm confident in saying that that's not the case. The regular sword felt much stronger than the rapier. I think it will release as a middle-of-the-road one-handed weapon. I will say something did feel slightly off while using it. The depth perception or something just felt really wonky in first person. It almost felt like the weapon would hit at a significantly shorter distance than the weapon model appears. This, along with the animations, made the weapon feel just not that fluid or smooth to use. I also found the special attack to be a bit wonky. Like if you ever use the halberd sprint attack and something just bugs it out for no reason and you get animation stuck while doing no damage, the regular Q feels kind of like this, where something seems to throw it off and you get animation cancelled. I think the Q is intended to be used as something where you dodge just out of range of a strike and then step back in for a stab, but it didn't seem to work 100%, just seemed a bit inconsistent. Overall, I would say the weapon has potential, but it'll probably need some cleaning up post-release. I'd like to request a ball and chain Morningstar for the next weapon, please, Torn Banner. Sounds super fun. Now let's talk about the last team standing mode. In my head, I envisioned like 10 teams of 4 who would be spawned at random spots on the map and move and fight for survival, kind of like a battle royale. I was very, very off with my vision and reality. To best describe last team standing mode, you guys know those horrible fights in the beginning of 64-player servers where the knight says his speech and then you run at each other for a clusterfuck of slashes, all while invisible enemies and teammates spawn all around you? This, my friends, is the last team standing mode. I thought the mode just sucked, plain and simple. Some might disagree, but it was very similar to the Team Arena mode, I think was the name in Mordhau, and I also found that mode insanely boring. To me, it's taking the worst part of story mode and playing it on repeat, only you get to wait for a minute every round before you respawn. To me, this mode just serves no purpose, as the players who want a more intimate, skill-based arena experience have arena or duels, and the players who want large-scale chaos have 64-player story mode. To me, it's just a nothing burger, and I really hope they put this mode in its own playlist or combine it with Team Deathmatch, as I can already tell you, this will be a beer run mode for me. I think in an hour of test server, I already have had enough playing this for an entire lifetime. Now, we still do not know what the mystery mode will be, but apparently there are rumors that it will be some sort of tavern brawl. Sounds like a good time for about an hour if true. There are also new armor and weapon skins, so if unlocking these is your kind of thing, there will be some new content for you to grind for. Okay, so closing thoughts, guys. I don't think this update will drastically change the player experience. If you love Chivalry, you'll still love it. If you're bored out of your mind playing the same few maps over and over, this content update will do nothing for you. To me, content update number 1 added a lot more to the actual game if we ignore the matchmaking issues that came with it. Alright, that's it for me, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Chivalry 2 content, and be sure to head on over to Twitch for live gameplay.